Good morning children. Welcome again here in this video tutorial. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 5, clothes. And in this chapter we will learn about need for clothes, cloth fibres and care of clothes. So let's start. We cover our body with clothes. We know children, we wear different kinds of clothes to protect our body from heat, cold and rain and insects bite, right? And we also cover our body with clothes as I taught you earlier that a house is our basic need, and food is our for shelter, and food is our basic need. It gives us energy and work to play and for our growth. So like that, clothes are our basic need. Okay, they cover because they cover our body. Fine children. Clothes give us protection. Clothes give us protection by cold, and in cold during and also protect us from from the heat of the sun. During summer, we wear cotton clothes to keep ourselves cool. Okay, children? So, in summer season, we wear light cloth, colored clothes and cotton clothes. Clothes protect us from cold. Okay, children? During winter, we wear woolen clothes to keep ourselves warm. You can see in the picture, just we always wear woolen clothes to keep ourselves warm. And in a rainy day or a rainy season or monsoon, when we go out in the rain, raincoat prevent us from getting wet. Okay, and we also use umbrella and gumboots, right children? Okay. Clothes protect us from the dust present in the air. In our surrounding, lots of dust particles are present and germs also present around us. So clothes also protect us from dust present in the air. People who travel people who travel in the desert, here you can see, cover most parts of their body using clothes to prevent themselves from dust. Okay, clothes protect us from insects bite. So in this picture you can see mosquitoes are biting two children, two men, right? So clothes act as a covering for our body, you can see in this picture, and protect us from insects bite, right? Okay. So let's talk about uniform. Uniform are also parts of clothes. So what is or what are uniforms? So look at here, a set of similar looking clothes worn by a group of people is called uniform, right? Like we have many examples, lawyer, you can see here doctor, doctor, nurses, policemen, and students. So it will tell about the identifications of the person. So we can say that a set of similar looking clothes worn by a group of people is called uniform. Okay, now learn this term. If I'll ask you a question that what is uniform or what are uniforms, so you can simply say that a set of similar looking clothes worn by a group of people is called uniform. You can see the examples here: lawyers, doctors, nurses, policemen, and students. It also gives us the identifications of the particular group or person. Right, children? Okay. Let's move on to the next, that is types of fibers. Okay, we know that there are two types of fibers which we use to making clothes, right? Clothes are made from fibers. We know that clothes are made from fibers. So fibers are very thin. What are fibers? Fibers are very thin here, like materials that are spun into thread. These thread are then woven together to make fabric or cloth. So we know that there are two types of fiber, natural and synthetic. Okay, let's talk about first natural fibers. Okay, natural fibers, we have examples here: cotton, jute, silk, and wool. So these are natural fiber. We know cotton we obtained from cotton plant, and wool we obtained from sheep. Right? Natural fibers. What are natural fibers? See, natural fibers are those that are obtained from living things like plants and animals. We can obtain these fibers from plants and animals, right? Okay. So here silk is also natural fiber because we get silk from silkworm, and wool is also a natural fiber because we get wool from sheep. Okay. Here you can see animals. We get natural fibers from animals. Okay. So here you can see the definition of natural fibers. Fibers that are obtained from either plants or animals are called natural fibers. Right? So here you can see the example of natural fiber: cotton plant, jute plant, silkworm, sheep. Wool we get from sheep. Silk, your mother has also silk sari, and you have a silk, if you are a girl, or then you have a silk gown also, you can see silk. Okay. And woolen sweater you wear in the winter time. So wool we get from sheep, and silk we get from silkworm. Right, children? And this is jute plant, and this is cotton clothes. Usually we wear in summer season, so we get cotton from cotton plants. Okay. So move on to the next. Here also some more example of natural fibers: cotton cloth, jute sack. Jute, from jute we made jute sack. Silk cloth, you can see here silk cloth, and woolen sweater. These are the examples of natural fibers. Okay. Let's Fibers from plants, which I have explained earlier, that we get jute from jute plants, and wool from sheep. Right? So fibers from animals, I also taught you that wool and silk. Right? If I ask you a question that give me the two example of fibers which we get from animals, then you will easily say that wool and silk. Okay, these are the two examples of fibers which we get from animals. All right, children, here you can see wool and silk. Okay. So move on to the next, that is synthetic fibers. We know two types of fiber. One is natural, and second is synthetic fibers. So what are synthetic fibers? Fibers that are man-made are called synthetic fibers. So children, there is a differentiate between both the fibers, that fibers which we obtain from plants and animals are called natural fibers, natural which we get from the nature, that is, or that are natural fibers, and fibers which made by men, right, made by men are called man-made fiber or synthetic fibers. As we have example here of synthetic fiber, nylon, rayon and polyester. So these are the examples of synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are usually strong and last for a very long time, right? They are used to make raincoats, ropes, parachutes and tents. We just make these are the examples which we use synthetic fibers. So here raincoats, ropes, parachutes and tents. Okay, now you can see the example of man-made or artificial fiber. You can see the picture. By picture you can easily understand. Okay, so let's move on to the next, children. Here we have another topic. This is a small chapter. So here we have two or three, only in this chapter we have three topic, that is need for clothes, and second is fibers, okay, cloth fibers, and third one is care of clothes. Okay, so let's see. Clothes need to be taken care of to make them look good, last long, right? Here are few things that we can do to keep our clothes fresh and long lasting. So here we have 3 points. So first is dirty cloth clothes should be washed in detergent to remove dirt and dust. So it means that we should use detergent powder to wash the clothes, because it removes the dirt and dust. Okay, now number 2 is colored. Here this is number 1 and this is number 2. Colored clothes should be dried in the shade, right? We always use a shade to dry colored clothes, right, children? And number 3rd point is clothes can be stored for long periods by keeping mothballs between them to keep insects away, right? What we need to do to keep our clothes long lasting, we can say long lasting, so we should use mothballs or neem leaves. Okay, so here first I am telling you that cotton clothes we just use detergent powder, and in silk clothes we just dry clean the silk clothes and we just use mild detergent liquid, right, for washing silk clothes. And the second point which I have explained you, that dry your clothes in open shade, right, and not in direct sun rays, right? So here you can see that this is open shade, and this is direct heat of the sun. So we should not dry our clothes in the direct sun heat, right? And the color sun, as the color of the clothes may fade, right? If we dry our clothes in the direct sun rays, it can fade the color of the clothes. Okay, children? So the third point which I explained, that we should use naphthalene balls or mothballs or dried neem leaves, right? Methods to keep the insects away. It keeps the insects away. If we are keeping our clothes in a long lasting or long days, right? So we should use naphthalene balls or mothballs. We can say that mothballs also, and dried neem leaves. Okay. So, and a wash of stains for clothes as soon as they are formed. Like, okay, children, we just quickly wash the cloth when it has a stains, right? So we just quickly wash that clothes to keep the stains away from the clothes. Okay. So, we have learned about the chapter number 5, that is clothes, and I think you understood this chapter very well. So here we have a quiz time. Some questions we have, only 5 questions are there. So I'm asking you the questions and giving you also 5 minutes. Just think about these questions, then I'll give you the answers. Okay, first read the question number 1. We keep dash between clothes to keep insects away. What we need to keep to a thing, you have to write a word here. What should we use to keep between the clothes to keep insects away? Okay, I'll give you answer later on. Just think about this question. Okay, question number 2. Which of these will protect you in summer? Woolen sweater, raincoat, cotton clothes. It's very easy. The first one is also easy. It's very easy. What cloth we use in summer season? Yes. Okay. Number third is a set of similar looking clothes worn by a group of people is called, which you wear in your when you are coming to school. When you go to school, you use that dress. So what we call this? Okay. Question number 4. Fibers that are obtained from either plants or animals are called. Fine. We get fibers such as dash and dash from animals. Okay, children? Okay. Now I'm giving you the answer of these questions. First, you solve. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes are enough for you. Fine. Now I'm giving you the answers of these questions. Just check your answers or match your answers. How many answers are correct? Okay, you can give your marks yourselves. राइट चिल्ड्रन, आप खुद को मार्क्स दे सकते हो. अभी ये मैंने आपको क्वेश्चन पुटअप किए हैं. सो जस्ट मैच योर आंसर्स. नाउ हियर योर आंसर्स. We keep dash between clothes to keep insects away. So the answer is mothballs. Check your answer. Okay, question number 2. Which of these will protect you in summer? Yes, the correct answer is cotton clothes. Check your answer. Okay, question number 3. A set of similar looking clothes worn by a group of people is called uniform. Okay, now question number 5. Fibers that are obtained from either plant or animals are called. Yes, it is natural fibers. Now, last question. We get fibers such as silk and wool from animals. Okay, now check your answers and give you marks yourselves. Write how many answers are correct. So today we have learned about clothes. See you in the next science tutorial class. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.